How are you getting on, folks? Look at a fairly decent day, to be quite honest with you. I know it was, well, I suppose I say a fairly decent day. It was a bit of a mixed bag day here today, really. Obviously, with I think it was something crazy like three non-runners, the first race, the newcomer, and the storyteller to top of the day. Um, Look at it's a little bit disheartening, but when you get two nice price winners of um what's it McNiff's horse, name is Arthur's Baby at 6 to 1, and Andalusia threes. I know that Andalusia race there was an awful lot of rule fours, but when you look at it that way, we're in the money, and that's all you can ask for. As well as that, with the three non-runners, that's, say if you had a 10 quid level stake, that's 30 back plus the 70 and the 40. That's 100, and I'm trying to do quick maths. That's 140 back. So look at when you're looking at it that way, yeah, it was a great day. It was a very, very good day. It means that we're, I think, 60, yeah, in around 60 quid profit from the first day alone going into the second day, which is always a very good one. A few more horses in here now. There's one very, very big price horse in this one, and I think it's going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, look, we may as well kick things off. First race, 135. Doesn't really need any introduction here. Beret Rouge currently trading at 5 to 6. It was very impressive. It was so impressive. It actually looked classy that day in Roscommon. Funny enough, it was actually on my birthday that it ran, or maybe no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was the day before, I think. But it was unbelievable. It was just it had so much pace and so much cruising speed, and it's well bred for national hunt racing as well, which is a key. Patrick Mullins takes the ride. As you all know, I hold Patrick in the highest regard as an amateur rider. I definitely think that he has got one very, very nice one here, and all you have to do is look at the strike rate for Willie Mullins around Listowel. I think is coming in around 25 to 30%. For all his runners. Then when you look at his strike rate going from first time bumper winners to first time hurdle winners, that's another very, very key aspect here as well. Most of them, if not all of them, always go on for the first win. But yeah, look at this Beret Rouge. It's very, very exciting. It's found a very nice opportunity here. I definitely think it'll take an awful lot of it'll take something special here to stop this one. And 5 to 6, I know it's short, but if you're looking for winners, I really can't see anything else that's going to beat it here. Now the 210, we're going to take an each way shout here. We're going to go with Old Town Road, currently trading around 9 to 1. The thing I'm looking at here is its last run in Punchestown. It was a very, very good 4 to 33 to 1 last time out. Obviously, it's improving. It's going to need to improve further as well to feature here. But the key is that it's a very, very weak race. There's nothing in here really jumping out on the page. Apart from Mags Mullins' horse at 7 to 2, I really can't see anything there worth any value. I definitely think that this Old Town Road, I think it's for Hearties, if I'm not 100%, if I'm not mistaken there. But I think this one is definitely finding its feet. It should run a very good race, and 9 to 1 at an each way price. It's nearly as good as a 2 to 1 winner. So look at, make of it what you will. I definitely think it's a crazy price. It's already started to be backed in. It was 12s, but we missed 12s. And look at it. I definitely think it's going to sneak a place. Now the 240. This is the one you've all been waiting for, folks. The big price horse. Touch of Gold currently trading around 33 to 1. As you all know, well, as most of you know that follow the page, I've done a bit of work with a couple of jockeys. I've tried helping them out as best I can. Jordan Canavan has taken the ride for Touch of Gold here today. Obviously, I played a bit of a hand in helping him find a bit of sponsorship with Knightsbridge Bloodstock for the year. But I honestly think this horse is going to run a very, very big race. I was there that day, I think it was the 5th of September last year in Clonmel when it won very, very easily. I was very, very much impressed with it. It came in as a bit of an outsider as well the night before, if I'm not mistaken. It was touching in and around, I think, 14s or 12s or 20 to 1s. Look at it's back down. It's just £2 higher than that last win in Mark. Obviously, that Mark, it won off very, very easily in ground conditions like this. But Jordan Canavan takes those £2 off. So when you look at it that way, it's coming back in at the same weight it was that day on I think it was the 5th of September. It's got a fairly decent jockey on board. I always say some of these claimers, like, they're very much underrated because of the claim that they're holding, and people think that the professionals do a better job than them. But I can honestly say that this Jordan Canavan, he's putting a good run around Clonmel. Not last week, I think it was the week before with Shedding, if I'm not mistaken. Look at he's well able to ride. I've been talking to him. He hasn't told me too much, but he said that the horse feels well in herself, and she's, I suppose, getting fit and getting ready to go again. And I definitely think 33 to 1 is a massive price. If you can find a bookmaker, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bet365 are doing an each way of 4 folds, or not 4 folds, 4 places for each way. If you can find any other bookmakers that are doing the same or possibly even bigger, definitely jump on board. I definitely think it's got a great chance, and definitely do not be surprised to see this horse upturn the odds tomorrow. And Jordan, if that horse wins, I want a shout out, alright? Now, 310, we're going to go with Cerberus at 3 to 1. Personally, I do not know why this horse is such a big price. Being realistically, it looked a very good, I suppose, opportunity early on last year. I think it was around this time last year I was sort of saying to myself that it had a good chance in the Triumph Hurdle for Cheltenham. But obviously, look at it, just fell out of form. By right, it should have won a few Group 1 races last year. It's meeting much calmer waters in this handicap company here. Really and truly, there's nothing really to stop it. I think that this Cerberus at 3 to 1, it's definitely worth getting on, folks. At the end of the day, look at it, even if you have a tenner on, you get 40 back, and it's a proven classy horse, and I definitely think you won't get 3 to 1 come race time tomorrow. Now 340 nap of the day, we're going to go with Smith's Corner, currently trading around 2 to 1. This is very, very interesting. Another Michael Kennedy horse. Obviously, Michael Kennedy has Touch of Gold as well, but this looks his most certain winner for tomorrow. It's been a bit of a revelation since the start of the season again, but it's been chasing. Now, the key to this is going back hurdling. It was nowhere near as good of a hurdler as it is a chaser, but it was a little bit flattered last time out with the weights it was carrying. Obviously, because it was in form and it was in handicap company, every time it ran and every time it won, it just hiked and hiked and hiked the weight on its back. But it's coming in here into hurdle company off a mark of £29 lower than what it was running on. That really should be enough to see it over the line. Jack Kennedy on board. It's very much a family affair. I definitely think, look at Jack Kennedy is pushing hard, although he was out for a good lengthy period. He's definitely going to be pushing hard for the championship jockey this year, providing he gets through it injury free. But yeah, this Smith's Corner 2-1. I definitely can't see it lasting. It looks a very much shoe-in race for it. I can't see anything even coming close to touching it. But look at 2-1. I'm confident in saying it's going to be me nap of the day for tomorrow. Now the 4:15, the next best of the day, and we're taking an even bigger price here. We're going to go at shoe time at 13-2. People are going to be, I suppose, fixated on the front two man in the market. Obviously, the Henry de Bromhead horse for JP McManus. They excel in the chasing horses, but the form isn't adding up. It's looking at the form, it doesn't deserve favoritism. Now, come race time, I could be proven wrong, and I would actually love nothing more to be proven wrong. I love seeing a horse that's poorly rated going out and winning races fairly comfortably. But Packins Rock is another one, local enough horse to me. Obviously, is trained in Loughrea. It's only up the road for me, but I'm looking at something that's trying to take it on and that has previously beaten it before. And this shoe time at 13-2 has beaten Packins Rock by 4 lengths in Galway. Now, the worry is its Listowel form is absolutely cat. It was only raced once around Listowel before. It was 6th out of 6. And if I'm not mistaken, it was actually favoured that day. So that really doesn't, I suppose, scream nuts and bolts. But it looks to be taken to chasing like a duck to water. It's really outrunning its odds. That day was, I think it was 4 to... Oh, I can't even remember who it was 4 to, but it was ahead of Packins Rock that day. It was 22-1 and ran a very, very good race. It wouldn't really need to improve a hell of a lot considering that Packins Rock was 4 lengths behind it and Packins Rock is now giant favourite. 13-2. It's a crazy price. If you're going to be having a bet, I would suggest each way. It's at an each way price, but it's definitely a sort of an eyebrow raiser for this one. And yeah, I think Showtime is going to take an awful lot of stopping here. Now the 4:45, we're going to go with Something Sweet at a lovely price of 5-1. This is going to be an each way shout here now, but as I always say, do not be surprised to see this horse turning the tables. Like Shoe Time before, this horse is really starting to come into her own now with the chasing ranks. She's run some very, very good races. She's a bit of a hold-up horse. She likes to, I suppose, strike when the iron is hot, and when things start heating up the front, don't be surprised to see, I don't even know who's riding it tomorrow. I forgot to look who's riding it, but I've seen this horse running very, very big races, and coming in the final bend, the jockey is motionless. Whether it's Davy Russell on board, that time it won in no, it didn't win that day. It was in Thurles. The day it was second to a Philip Enright horse, and Philip Enright took over the riding duties then the next day, and it just absolutely hosed up. Really and truly, Something Sweet at 5-1 is very much a big price. It's very much overpriced in my opinion, and I definitely think that it's going to run a very, very big race. Now the 5:15 last race of the day, we're going to go with Dark Spark, currently trading around 5-4. Yeah, I wouldn't really be jumping head over heels. As you all know, I don't really like these bumpers. They're very trappy affairs, some of them, and especially when there's a heap of newcomers mixed in with a bunch of, I'm trying to find a nice word for it, but necessarily a bunch of donkeys really at the end of the day, without, I suppose, being offensive or anything like that. But yeah, look at this Dark Spark, I think it's called. Yeah, Dark Spark. He cost 80,000 in the sales, and it's the first offspring for this particular stallion to actually take to the racetrack. So needless to say, Gordon Elliott is going to want to be, I suppose, producing it very well. And look at it, it's got a nice opportunity. It has Charles Burns' horse to beat, but that has run terribly compared to what it was I suppose expected to do. I know it was second and third, but when you look at it that way, it's regressed. It's not progressed. Um, this Dark Spark, looking at the price, looking at the breeding, it wouldn't need to be necessarily a superstar to win this race tomorrow. But I definitely think it could be a bit of a dark horse, this Dark Spark. But yeah, look at it's another nice day's racing. I definitely hope whoever was following me there today that you got on the right prices and you made a bit of money out of my selections there today. But if not, and you keep enjoying the, I suppose these videos and everything else like that, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I have to tackle into an article now for the World of Sport. So that's going to be fun. So look at I'll leave it there, and yeah, I'll leave a link to the World of Sport website as well when this goes up. But yeah, look at, thanks very much. Best of luck tomorrow. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.